Max Wardell, overheadathletics.com. I'm joined today by Braden, stud outfielder. Actually is going to the next level. We're excited for him. He's actually a senior right now, and what we've been working on with Braden here is making sure he doesn't get his elbow too high in the throw. He's had a tendency to come back and around and get his elbow way up in the throw. So we're actually using a product right now called Pocket Path. Don't get paid for that. I did a podcast with Dave Coggin from Pocket Path, which was a good one. You guys got to check it out. We're going to talk a little bit about this and how we use this for certain biomechanical faults. It works really well. And then we're also going to go through the ladder drill, which is a very, very effective and important drill to get athletes to the right height anatomically with their shoulder so they can be efficient in the throw. So let's go right into the ladder drill here. Braden's an outfielder. He does pitch a little bit now, but he's going to be playing outfield in college. He's here. He's out in front of him, but he's way up high. So this is the top rung of the ladder. He's going to bring that ball in towards his head as he steps and throws. Go. And so for Braden, who's really been high, he's been way up here, you can see that already after working on this for a couple weeks here, he's able to get his arm to the right height, and this will be the easiest position for him. So I have him rotated away, go. Nice. So that's the perfect height to start at for someone that ends up too high. Someone that ends up too low, maybe a little bit different. But once we cue them from different angles, so now he's a little lower, he's got to get to that same exact spot and accelerate the ball. There you see a little bit of creep up. I'm going to have him go lower. Don't let that elbow get too high. So this is a good way for him to self-organize to the right height for his anatomy in terms of his elbow in that pre-cocking or that early cocking phase. Go. Good. Now I want you to try to get out there towards the target. Big step, throw this one a little harder. Let's go a little bit lower. So we did top rung, next rung, next rung. Working down the ladder right now. Go. And where you can see when that wants to creep back up, I may ascend the ladder again. So now he's going to go up maybe a couple rungs up. Right in there, perfect. Rotate away. Now get out over that front foot and go. Good. Now let's go low. We're going to go at a bottom rung. So this is how I kind of use this ladder drill is pick a rung, start there, and you go up or down based on, whether an athlete's getting to the right spot. The higher you are, the more likely they are to pull down. The lower they are, the more likely they are to go up. So someone with a low elbow, I may have them start low to get to that height. If he gets too high, which that one was good, if he got too high there, I might have him start high and pull down. So give me one more from the top. And then we're going to show you another adjunct to this to try to integrate it more into the full throw with that pocket path. Go. Good. So now we have the pocket path here. He's going to throw it on. And it's a great product for certain biomechanical presentations. I certainly don't use it with everyone, but recently we've been testing it out and we've found pretty good success with Braden and a few other guys who end up getting too high. The reason is because the sleeve, pulling the ball through the sleeve, puts what's called time pressure on us. We don't have time to end up in some obscure or compensatory motion. So because I have to pull it through that sleeve, now I've pressured myself with time where I can only get to certain positions at certain time, and no longer does he have time to get his arm way up here. So for him, I like to do a little more advanced one where he's got to stick it against his body as he throws. We can make this more dynamic, but we always start with just a nice static one for him to feel it. And you can see, Braden, throw that a little higher for me. You can see that just by giving himself this time pressure, he no longer has time to get his elbow too high in the throw because he doesn't have that time pressure in his full throw. He has the ability to compensate. So go ahead. Now, if we want to make it more dynamic, more sport-like, he's going to add just a short little shuffle here. So just give me a short little shuffle, and you can progress this in any way. Perfect height of the arm, accelerating the ball much better. And this is a work in progress, but this is a huge improvement. We posted a before and after of Braden. By the time you guys see this video, we'll have posted it, of before and after where you can really see he goes way back and around, and then how we've taught him to get his elbow at a better height in the throw. So he's been really effective with that. Now let's take that pocket path off, and we'll just go a couple times from the glove, and he's trying to integrate what we just did. So you may or may not have this. Use a sweatshirt with a big enough pocket. That's a good way to try to introduce some time pressure into the equation, to get away from that high elbow height. You can have them delay and keep the ball down for a bit longer. So just say, keep the ball here and go. Or you can use that ladder drill and then lead into the full throw. I think the ladder drill is one of the most effective techniques that we use day in and day out at the OAI. Go from the glove. Just stepping and throwing. So you can see a little bit of that creep. So what we would do here is we go back through the ladder drill. So now let's go one more time from that position. Give him another chance here to get that elbow to the right height. A little bit better. Now I'm going to have him go from the ladder drill a couple times, which you already saw made biomechanical alterations to the position of his arm. So he's got to internalize that, and it happens with reps. Better height. I want you to get your elbow to that exact same height from the full throw here. So this is an application with an athlete, real time. Go ahead and do it, Braden. Application, real time with an athlete. Better. Give me one more. I want you to start in a more athletic position. How we may integrate some activity with a pocket path, with external cueing, with our ladder drill, which, like I said, is a staple for guys that end up at obscure or awkward positions with their elbow in that early cocking phase of the throw. And that was much better than what we saw initially in the beginning. So big improvement for Braden in a short period of time. Now he's taught his body how to move a little bit better. Now we have to continually reinforce it until that becomes second nature. We don't see any what we call reinvestment of that old movement pattern, any regression back to that elbow being too high or too long, which is where he was initially. So we continually use the ladder drill, we continually use things like that sleeve there, and we continue to add some other things into the equation so that 2-3 months from now, he gets his arm to the right height every single time without any cognitive thought about it. I'm Max Wardell, this is Braden. We'll see you guys in the next video.